G'day, I'm Warwick Schiller and it's a beautiful Sunday here. It's my day off and I'm sitting at home and I thought, well, I'm going to be going to a horse show for a while this week, so I thought, well, I might as well do some vlogs here at home. So I'm sitting here in my beautiful backyard. This will be our little scenery here for the next few vlogs you might get to see. But what I wanted to talk about today was something that people at clinics have a hard time really getting their head around, and everybody needs to really get their head around this, is training horses to do certain things, to change certain body parts and stuff like that. It's not about trying to make that body part move where you want it to move. For the most part, every good trainer I've ever seen has an exercise they do that fixes that body part, but you're not addressing that body part directly. What you are doing is, instead of asking that body part to move, you're asking the horse to do something they can't do without moving that body part. And you're thinking, what in the world did he just say? Basically what I said is, we don't directly ask horses to do things. We ask them to do something they can't do without doing the thing we want them to do. You know, probably the simplest example would be teaching horses to stop off the word "well," like they're reining horses. You walk them along the fence, probably this far from the fence, you walk along, you say, "Whoa." Then you tip their nose in the fence and they go the other way. And what we really want these horses to do is come to a stop with their hind feet and keep their front feet moving. Okay? So we don't ask them to stop with their hind feet and keep their front feet moving. We ask them to do something they can't do without doing that, which is you walk along the fence, you say, "well," and then you tip their nose into the fence. And that smaller gap right there, they have to rock their weight back on their hind end to make that corner. You ask them to make a small turn like that. Right when you tip their nose in the fence, right there they have rocked their weight back and come to a stop, but their front feet are prepared to move, okay? And so, you know, if you just walk along and make them stop, you'll get that bracy, pushy type reaction. Whereas if you do that little exercise right there, pretty soon you walk along and you say, "well," and they go, "I'm about to turn, aren't I?" And that's probably the big thing, is almost everything we do with horses is through anticipation. But if you've ever been for like an English riding lesson in your younger days and stuff, and an instructor has put you on the lunge line, what they will do is they will put you on the lunge line so you don't have a hold of the reins. And they will have you to where they will say, "what we want you to do is we want you to ride around, and as you ride around we want you to go like this with your arms, slowly this way." And they'll have you do this. You know, all these sorts of exercises, and those exercises do exactly the same thing for your body as what we do with horses training them. You know, if someone rides like this, instead of saying, "now bring your bum in a bit, now bring your midsection in, now open your chest up a bit, now open your collarbones, now lift your chin up," they don't ask them to do that. All they do is ask them to do a certain set of exercises. Now, if I ride like this, I can do these exercises right here without changing my body. But if I go from here to here to here, right here, I have to start changing where my body sits on the horse in order to do that exercise. And if maybe you sit like this, but you can't do this one right here without doing that. So, you know, this part here takes care of the not sitting back. This, you know, if you just do the whole set of exercises, pretty soon, if you just do those exercises long enough, this way, backwards, this way, pretty soon when you're finished, your body is right here in the middle and it's prepared to do any of those exercises. So, you know, that's kind of the same thing we do with people. Instead of trying to tell them to move this body part here and there, you just give them a set of exercises to do and they end up in the right position doing that. Horses is exactly the same thing. If you think about like really good dressage riders, with one of the ways they teach collection, they do lots of upward and downward transitions, and that horse goes forward like this initially, and then he goes backwards, and they go forwards, and they go backwards, and they go forwards, and they go backwards. And after a while, that horse goes forwards with the intention it might have to go backwards, and it comes backwards with the intention it might have to go forward. It's prepared to do all sorts of things, and it's now collected. And I've got a really good video I'll have to show you guys from a clinic recently. I'll put that one up soon too, but that one there is you know, it's something a lot of people have a hard time getting their mind around, because as humans we tend to want to make things happen. But all the every exercise I've ever seen that helps horses do things really well has had the same thought process, to where you are not asking the horse to change the body part you want it to change. You're asking it to do something it can't do without changing that body part. So anyway, I hope that helps. I know it sounds really, really confusing, but that's probably the best advice you'll ever hear. If you can get your head around that, it really is a lot of stuff, and it really will help you with your horse training. So anyway, hope that helps. See you guys next time.